Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to live Day 1 coverage of the NH Ladies Championship stage once again here at beautiful Suwon Country Club. I'm Timothy Lowe. Glad you could be with us this Friday afternoon for the start of this 54-hole championship on the KLPGA Tour. Here's Go G1, level par for her round thus far. Sends it down the fairway there on 6. Current pace set by Choi Jung-won, 5 under par, bogey-free round of 67. Leaves her one clear of Moon Jung-min, pair of players at 3 under par, and still plenty of golf to watch throughout the course of the next couple of days. So you see that breeze certainly starting to pick up. Temperature starting to warm up a little bit in South Korea. It's still pretty pleasant springtime golfing for these ladies. Final hole of the day for the defending champion, year 1. 200 to this point, but in a spot of bother here. Looks like she's just outside the bunker on that little grass finger that creeps in. Oh, it was in the sand. And, okay, gets that to grab. But that is going to be a lot of work left to do for par. The former player of the year. Such a good start for a couple over par already on the season opener in Thailand at the Rejuan Championship at Amata Springs. Sits 6th on the money list with just over 250 million Korean won already collected. 5 events thus far, 2026. So, birdie look. Oh, that was going to go, just slips wide. Trying that for a round of 71. Last time we saw her, she was right there in the thick of things at the Nixon St. Nine Masters, battling a bit of a neck injury coming into this week, but should she pop that in 71, a perfectly solid way to start her campaign. And here's the highly touted Kim Hyo-ju, winner of the LPGA Tour this year, making her first start in South Korea this season. Chance to end her day with a birdie. Somehow doesn't drop. Nelly Corder, another player who has been thoroughly dominant on the LPGA Tour this year. Bogey-free start to her home return. We'll see plenty of her and this young lady in our featured coverage tomorrow afternoon. Hyo-ju already round in 2 under par 70. Can Yewon match? Yes, she can. Had to work for it, but that is a nice way to end off her day. A couple of stumbling steps at 5 and 6, but bounced back nicely with a couple of birdies and a round of 70 as well to get her title defense off and running. So, consistent start to the year. Top 3 finishes already. Poor performance last week at a couple of weeks ago at the Dukshin EPC Championship. G1. Nice. Impressive player. Runner-up last week at Rainbow Hills. Did win the Siena Open back at the start of April. Despite missing a cut in the season opener, has now finished outside the top 26 since. Okay, pretty good shot. Give himself a very nice birdie opportunity. Minsult for 71. Okay, well done. So all three players in tomorrow afternoon's featured group record under par starts to their campaign. Really been able to kick off after that victory in Thailand for a breakthrough title on tour. That's much more like it. 22-year-old. Jump up a little to catch up with Park Hyun-kyung on the very next hole. The 8-time winner on tour finds herself at 1 over par, coming up the hill to 7. A lovely layout, the Suwon Country Club, and you can see with that wind starting to cause some problems for the players. It's certainly going to test the ladies in this afternoon session. But condition-wise, you couldn't ask for a better test of golf here in the opening round of the NH Ladies Championship. Just off the edge of the green at 9 is where we find Park Min-ji. There's a birdie look for a lady who has 19 titles on the KLPGA Tour, but has struggled to find form over the last 20 months or so. Just one top 10 recorded as far this season. That came at the Dukshin EPC Championship a couple of weeks back. To the 7th. Just off the edge of the green is where we find Han Son. With her victories coming at High 1cc, where he will return later on this year in July. She's 2 over par. And she's just a little slider left to try and stay there. To putt it from just off the edge of the green at 9 is Jong So-yi.
아니야, 살짝이었어. 내리막은 좀 많지.
Jenny Sun at 6. to gain in speed throughout this afternoon. It's going to start affecting some of these putts because these greens are rolling very nicely, just past 11 on the stimp meter. Really nicely judged for pace from Kim Kyung, quick from the back of that green. Power trying to stop this downward slide that she finds herself stuck on this Friday. Stalking that one into the bottom of the cup. Nicely hold for Park Min-ji. A little work to do on that back nine to try and rescue this round. Shot. Kochi 1 to 6, and she take a tally into red figures. A little left, last couple of feet. Just pacey. Seven and Idayon. Another struggling birdie days this Friday. The birdie look. Looks pretty good. How many putts have we seen just shave the edge today? It's remarkable. We've only been on air for 10 minutes. It's a tough test out there, that's for sure. These ladies are going to have to battle through it. Just to try and stay in touch with contenders. If you can't win a tournament in the opening round, but you could certainly lose it. It's a very nice shot. Jae-young to the 6th. Let's see, this is probably just an inside right half putt. Further right, inside right half, despite a lovely second shot. Going's tough early for Im Jin-young. This, I don't know if leaving the flag in when you're putting is a good idea. It just feels like that flagstick could easily knock the ball out of the cup. Look at that thing whipping. It's not the strength of the breeze that tends to baffle players. It starts to come in gusts and it starts to swirl. That's when you really start second guessing yourself. Nicely hold. To what looks like Hong Jung-min, who had coming off a great season in 2025, where she picked up multiple titles, including setting the KLPGA to a scoring record. The Mediheal Hanko Gilbo Championship, level par for the moment, but looking to change things there. Lovely shot. She's playing alongside Pacharajuta Krongpan of Thailand, who is having a terrific rookie season. Top 10 last week at Rainbow Hills. Inside the top 20 in the money list and top 15 on the points list, so very impressive. 33-year-old. Thank you. Long shot for her part. Yep, nicely hold. Well done. Went to play the TV Women's Championship at Rainbow Hills last week. Took a week off. It's been a busy start to the year for these ladies. This being the 7th event of the season. G1. One of the longer hitters on the KLPGA Tour. It's just over 245 yards off the tee.
Oh. Yeah.
A little extra run, which is going to be helpful. 7th hole playing uphill. Prize purse these ladies are competing for this week, 1 billion Korean won up for grabs.
Oh.
Reach for the tee usually indicates a well-struck tee shot. There's a little bit of helping breeze for these 7th tees.
Oh.
Yo, into the 9th, or slightly above her feet. Just going to carry this past the front edge of the green. We've seen the surfaces be pretty firm already. Beautiful shot. Got that to grab nice and quick. She'll have an excellent birdie opportunity. Just never quite had the pace, but can you blame her with the amount of swing there wasn't it? But still, I feel players are going to take anything in red figures. These conditions, perfectly acceptable for the tie. their head, slight uphill lie, but the ball below her feet, so that means it should have a little left to right cut in it. The question is, with that breeze at her back, I don't think she can fly it all the way to the hole. Just has to be playing for some kind of front edge number. So right around 115, I'd say, is the number. Just that for the elevation, so probably closer to 120. Calculations in the world don't mean diddly squat if you can't hit your start line, but that's not a terrible place to bring your third from. We saw Park Hyun-kyung there earlier. So a very prominent trademark of golf courses in North Asia. Two greens, the A greens and the B greens, one used for the summer months and one used for winter months. Suwon Country Club located in the city of Suwon. Pretty popular place to play, so this course gets plenty of traffic all year long. Here she is up here at the par 5 8th, second. Clubs out for Goji-won. So she's picked the right one. She's last to go. Big old pitching wedge. One in to ride that breeze. That's excellent. Definitely pulled the right club there. Gorgeous shot for Go. Min after that excellent shot into 8. Will convert for a birdie. Nicely done there for Hong to open her account for the championship. Looks like An Sun-ju, also known as Big Mama, splits her time between the KLPGA and JLPGA tours, where they're having the World Ladies Championship Salon Pass Cup this week. Just 8 players are under par after the opening round yesterday. One of the majors in Japan, Sun-ju, has a host of victories here on home soil and across the North Sea as well. The state of affairs at this stage of the NH Ladies Championship. Choi Jung-won setting the pace at 5 under par. Third shot now for Park at 8. 76 meters back, so should be able to get some spin on this. Beautiful. Always been a great strength of her game. Wedge player, terrific putter. She got up and down from this spot. Pretty basic little chip, you have to say. Jenny Sung. Easy as you like. That'll be a guaranteed par 4 for John. Twice a runner-up already. Season on tour and back-to-back weeks. Trying to scramble away with the par here at 9. She, like KLPGA, turns in an ugly 3 over par 39. Birdie look for Im Jin Young at 7, a little bit longer than the one she had back at 6. Okay, well paced. Okay, tried to get away, but it drops in at 9 for Kim Min Bol. So a helpful birdie there for Kim. Gets it inside the top 15. Despite a really well thought out second shot, 2G1 can't gain any ground. So the turn, this is a birdie opportunity at the par 4 10th for John. Continues to blow. Suwon Country Club. KLPGA has reached the par 5 8th. In the trees, it seems to indicate that breeze is coming into and just off the right. So important. So even on par 5, just to get this tee ball in play. Get to the green at 2, but you don't want to be coming in a long way back for your third. Just stays out of that fairway bunker. turn with this one. Still to the left rough, but that should be fine. Great birdie on 8. Can she press on here at 9 off the slight downhill line? Seen a couple of good shots into this whole location already. Just a little left, needs to sit. It's a little slope there. Oh, and it's caught it. Just shows you how severely pitched some of these greens are, but he should be coming back uphill as Kim Kyung looks to try and get himself back to even par. Great birdie indeed, takes Park Hyun Kyung back to level pegging for the day. Shadow of the tree at 9, but shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. Trying to drill one in low. Oh, controls the spin brilliantly. Very nice shot from the rookie. Just off the edge of the green. He's going to come up a little rise, but then it will want to move from the right. Just making the turn is cool. She will be turning in one over par. So get it inside of 100 for the third shot quite easily on this hole, and in the back pin position, as long as you can figure out that wind, difficult to leave yourself a putt inside of 10 feet. Looks like the 18th hole. Probably now. Slipping to 4 over par. So at least that, because that's run on a little, so difficult day, just getting even harder, unfortunately. If you just pull it a little left, and then a slightly awkward looking shot coming into the layup zone on 8. Make sure you don't hang that club face open. Easy to lose it right from a lie like that. She's done very nicely, Jin Young. vacuum at the 9th. Par 4 that is pretty much as straight as you can point. Crest that brow, get a little extra run. No, just stays at the top of that hill. G1 really getting up there. 241. Just short of the B green, but leaves it handy. Good shot there for Go. Jumping, chipping pretty much straight up the ridge line, so a fairly straight one, and it's going to be slow uphill, so you've got to just be positive here with your strike, make sure you get it all the way up. Cleaning up to do for Hong. If you ever wonder which of the greens you're using, just look for the camera tower. That's usually a dead giveaway, telltale sign. Just strike is key. You've got this much loft in your hands. Very little margin for error if you want to create the spin that you need with these clubs. Which is that down green section of the fairway as well, which should help produce a pretty crisp contact. Just didn't quite fly it far enough. That's poor. Different angle. Only 52 meters, and as she's playing back into the breeze, you won't get quite as much spin. You have to factor that into her calculations. Punch one in there low, pretty nicely done. Told that putt earlier was for birdie, so this now is for par, and thankfully it drops for Huang Yu now. Looked a little left for Hong Jung-min, so she's going to drop a shot there at 9. Level-ish line for Ko Ji-won. Line 2. Give yourself a good look from here. Very strangely as that hit the green. Great shot at the 9th, gets it to go. Nice birdie, so the tie to 2 under par. To 10, and Dayon trying to rectify. It's been a tough afternoon at the office thus far. That is Kim and Gul. That is not how far this putt she's hit. You see that? Giving the pace of these greens a little too much respect. Here trying to make sure she gets that weight into the lead side. Hanging back, especially when the slope's working against you. Just a little tug there, falls off to the low left section of the green. Pretty poor wedge shot, Jenny Sung with a lengthy one for birdie at the par 5. Nicely judged for pace though. Skipper, I don't think that was the shot. Coming up that elevation. She needs something that lands a little softer. I was expecting maybe the line wasn't. That was a strange one. Get herself back under control. Happening for Im Jin Young thus far this Friday. Shot into 11th. Johnson has an excellent birdie opportunity. The slide on the left pretty severely, so can start this outside left edge. Really nicely hole, well done. And that says her books. Even 2 birdies against 2 drop shots. So a heavy-handed pitch shot. 1 just off the back of the 8th green for a birdie. Got work to do for par. quality pitch was played by Park Hyun-kyung, who has this for par ahead at 9. She's up to the task. Putter bails her out again. Great save there for Hyun-kyung. Right old mess of this 8th. Thankfully, doesn't damage her card one bit. Safely in for 4. Lee Shu-ying, Chinese player who's been on the KLPGA Tour for a number of years now. Unmistakable with that ribbon in her hair. 2 over par for the day. And safely aboard the green. Just this little tap in for Jenny Summer's par. Try to pop this one up just past the crest of that hill. You do get a little extra run. You'll have to be playing your second shot off a pretty severe downslope. There's that big kick. If the cameraman can follow that ball and pan a little further right, I'm sure somebody will tell him at some point. There it is. That second shot so much simpler. Yeah, he's and after that one, unlucky, pitches pretty softly, but he should have a flat lie. Kam Min-jun alongside Lee Shu-ying. This is her second into the 18th, her 9th hole of the day. That's very well done. brilliant front nine. Trying to keep it rolling. This is a birdie putt from off the green at 10 for Krompard. breeze is still there, but it doesn't look as strong as it was over the last half hour or so, which is probably good news for Jenny Sung, who's going to be first to play into 9 from the top of the hill. It's a 6-iron from 150, so it's just going to be a smooth one, you feel. Gotta keep keep it right at that camera tower. We know how this green falls off to the left-hand side. Sound like the best of strikes, and she is well short there. Tee shot, you can see the difference, almost 40 meters ahead, just coming in with a wedge. Better sounding strike. Dug its heels in a little quick, but it'll stay on the putting surface. But the breeze that is carbon. He'll be ripping into the face of Park Hyun-kyung here at the par 4 10th.
좀 길었나?
Longest of the 3 tee shots. Left though, big miss with a wedge. Very poor shot from Go. Shu Ying for a much-needed birdie at 18. Slipping away, so still a little bit of cleaning up to be done for the Chinese lady. Looks like Lee Ga-young. Tricky spot at the par 5 11th. Play some kind of bump and run, and oh, look at this really classy shot from Lee Ga-young. Fabulous touch. Really nice second shot into 18. Kang Min-jin trying to get himself into red figures. Another putt that just doesn't drop. I'm not staying patient today when the conditions get tough. Everyone's going to be dealing with the same situation, so just be patient, give yourself chances, and sort of battle through. That's the key. So after coming up well short in the second, John's third now, pitching up the hill. Out of 10, I have to say. It's just a little stressy when you keep leaving yourself those kind of putts for pars. Now to Hyun-kyung, hit at 10. She's not going to be coming uphill. Should be moving a little to her left in the next third of its journey. Puts it a 2 under par. Pretty well played, aggressive chip shot. You'd like to see that from Kim. After that poor wedge shot, OG1 with an awkward stance here at the 9th. Again, she's given herself a mighty big task to try and escape unscathed. So Hyun's turn to tackle the 18. She's got hybrid in her hands, finds herself at even par. Hybrid seems like plenty of club when coming downhill as much as the players find themselves on this 18th fairway. Finds the green. It's just not the right one though. Birdie putt now for Jin Young at the 9th. Oh, nicely fine effort. Good try. Take it to 2 under par. She's playing very nicely this afternoon, and that excellent form continues. So she's within 3 of the lead. Back to the 18th, and China's Wang Zishen saw a little bit of her at Gimhae Gaya a few weeks ago. She's at 1 under par. Now G1, can she escape again? Not on this occasion. Just a couple of loose swings, a couple of poor shots really costing her. Back to 18 we go. Shortest of the 3 approach shots. And the unsolved. This group hit the green yet. And that will remain the same. It's a pretty steep upslope just short of the green, so that was never going to skip on. Guy out for a great birdie from that cross bunker. Working for Chan Yi-sung at 9. Oh, well done. Those are the putts that can really keep a round together. Well saved for Jun. Pretty tight line from the fringe on that B green for Park So-hyun. Skip that through the fringe, let it trickle along. Done a pretty nice job. He's not going to be a bother for Krongpan, trying to carve a 3-wood round. Get this one to chase. Oh, done more than chase. She's up onto the putting surface. So 2 big hits from Pachara Juta. Krongpan has an eagle putt for the tie at the par 5 11th.
갈게요.
So to the back 9 we go with our featured group today, and leading us off is Janisa. Slightly different angle. Same method employed. Skip it through the fringe. Oh, beautiful touch from Wang. Nearly a bonus birdie, but she'll be happy to front line in just 35 shots. Does present a couple of good scoring opportunities. Starting with the par 5 11th, but you got to get through 10 first. Just out of the first cut of rough is where we find Yu So-yeon 2. The 11th, 3 over par for her day. Oh, could change very quickly. Great shot. Frustrated after the last couple of holes. Not 9 holes to play though. Easiest of the 3 chips. This group at 18. And pretty tidily played for Huang. a third for Hong Jung-min. Nifty little chip and run should give her a good chance at saving par, although that's just trickled on another couple of feet. Saving putt for Park at 18. Yeah, nicely done.
안녕하세요. 대보건설 소속 황민정 선수입니다. 네, 올해 제 목표는 정말 꾸준하게 플레이하는 게 지금 목표인데 그래도 작년보다는 훨씬 나은 플레이 하고 있는 것 같아서 즐겁게 투어를 뛰고 있고요. 좀만 더 열심히 하면 우승 기회가 올 것 같아서 좀 더 열심히 해서 올해 꼭 우승을 하도록 하겠습니다. 많은 응원 부탁드려요. 감사합니다.
From well off the edge of the green, and as we said, the surrounds of some of these greens, and these fingers aren't cut as tight as you would expect. You see, in Western golf course, it's still pretty early in the year in South Korea, so they're all going to be bobbling through quite a bit of uneven surface before it gets on the green. But Hwang Min-jong knows what she's doing. Nice birdie there, back to 1 over. Player's face coming into 10. It's blind if you're down the right hand side of the fairway, so for Jenny Sung, you can just about see the very top of the flagstick as she plays up into this breeze. It's always going to be hard to stop it coming in with that much heat. That's a little unlucky. Comes to rest on a downslope. It's going to be an awkward little pitch, certainly an awkward stance. Audrey Watt should be able to see the target from where she is down the left-hand side. Again, another loose swing, another poor iron shot. She's clearly lost it. Lost her feeling through the impact. There's a couple of missed left, a couple of missed right. Eagle putt for Krongpan. This would vault her into a share of second place. Steady, steady. Okay. Second, leading like that, maybe a little left. It's okay, safely on the dance floor. Solid shot.
그런가?
2. Down slope, 1 over par. She plays 18. She has the front 9 to play, the little asterisk next to her name indicating that she started her round on the back 9. Compound makes that eagle putt pass, but it's come back and now for birdie. Yeah, confidently rolled in for the tie. So 3 under into a share of 3rd. Could she get the outright lead by the end of play today? Stance now for Jenny Sun. You can see it. Severe downslope, and when she grabs a lob wedge, just the counteracting of that slope and how severe it is, it's almost turned it into like an 8 iron. So that's why you see she's got that hybrid out, and I think this is the right play. You almost imagine it like a long putt. Get this on the ground as quick as possible. The hybrid's going to help. Put a little top spin on that ball. It takes a lot of imagination and a lot of feel to play shots like these. It's not ones that you practice too often. Once it does get on the green, you can see the slope. It's going to be quick. Moving away from her and from left to right. She gets this within 6 feet. I think she'll be pretty pleased with that. Tough shot, a little unfortunate with the break, running up onto that slope and having it settle there. So very much in danger of dropping at least a shot here, Jenny Sung. Kim Kyung hit at 13, doesn't have the power to get home into, but you know what she can do with these clubs. Carry 5 yards more, just pitching in that fringe, killed all that forward momentum. I have to say, that was okay. A bit on that downslope, trickle on out, just like that. Ahead on the 13th. Unfortunately, just bogeyed 12, so back at 1 under par. A lot of swing from left to right and slippery coming downhill. Should take 2 putts in a heartbeat here. It was always a little low, a little undercooked. And that's no gimme. Seon. Pretty nicely played pitch at 11. He's given himself a chance for birdie. Second shot in Jin Yong for what would be a rare birdie at the 10th today. Got half a chance, just gonna run out of steam. +4, so danger of playing herself out of this championship even before this opening round's done. Nice pitch though. Birdie, but first we'll go to Min Byul at 13 from just short of the green. Left swinger, pretty flat putt, but it does want to turn pretty hard at the hole. It's always a little low, that line, but the power will do her card no damage whatsoever. Bogey now. Okay, ultimately, it's just one. Sweeping left to right putt now for Lee Dae-yeon's birdie. Nice slips it in the side door, nice birdie for Lee Dae-yeon, first of the day. Position where she can think, okay, get yourself back to 1-2 over par, put a solid round together tomorrow morning, and you never know. She was behind the 8-ball early as Woo-Ji-won looks to scramble away for her par at 10. All right, nice. Position to Lee Dae-yeon, and Jin Seon's going to need a couple more of these. Her fan club certainly excited about that one. Gets her back to 2 over. Hopefully has reached the screen a bit close to it in 2, so it's possible. fairway first. Don't want to drop back-to-back shots. This is testing rule 1 for par. Slips away to the right. Okay. Just enough, so a good save for Kim Min Bill at the par 3. Back to Krongpan at 12. Stuck the angle slope, trying to get it to spin, but not enough. That one goes racing away. Have the power for 2 plate partners. Definitely a 3-shot. For Krongpan, don't want to drop a second shot of the day when you're starting to build some positive momentum. I think she knew right off the putter face that it was a little right of target, so a charge like Min Bill just comes to a little stumbling block at the par 4 12. Still a pretty good day. Trying to lay up to a nice number here. Just level lie for Jenny Sung. Slightly lower feeding off an upslope, so aim a little further right. Tough 12th is Park Hyun Kyung. Oh, that's good. That's an awesome shot from Park Hyun Kyung. She'll have a birdie look coming up. A hole that has tripped up a couple of contenders already. It right, but gets a very nice kick out of those trees. That could have been real disaster for Im Jin Young. Maybe a little too far back for Go Ji Won at 11. She can get it close to the front edge. She's not going to be a bother. Got it over that cross bunker that caught out Lee Ga-young. That's in good position again.
안녕하세요. KLPGA 프로 신유진 2입니다. 올해 첫 시즌 겁먹지 않는 플레이 보여드릴 테니까 많이 응원해주세요. 감사합니다.
Hong Jung-min has reached the 13th tee. Looks like there's a little bit of help in the air. You can't throw it a little past this flag. There's a backstop which can funnel the ball back. One over par. Just gets that on the front edge. That's okay, but that is not what you would call a straight birdie putt. That would be a huge amount of left to right swing. A nice kick out of the trees. Superb shot from just out of the semi-rough. This looks like a better line than Hong Jung-min at 13. Ends up in a pretty similar spot, but she's going to go to school watching Hong's putt on a pretty similar line. These are the scoring clubs. This is a scoring hole. Got to take advantage. Good, just a little unlucky with the spin and slope. Shows you this course will expose you if you're just slightly off your mark. Complete hybrid into 12. Hyun Kyung with a chance for birdie to move into red figures. Sidewinder here. Hyun Kyung gets it to drop over the front edge. What a three for Park Hyun Kyung on the 12th. outsider, but there's ample room between front edge of the green and the pin. I think she's pitching downwind, so it'll be tricky to get spin on this from such short range. You can see it tried to grab, but just releases on a little. Not bad though. Certainly better than the pitch shot she played back on the 8th. Herself needing to scramble again. Here she is on 14. Do on 13, the par 3. Lovely try. Release a little left. Just like that. Shot. This does, just a case of doing this a little further left, but she hasn't hit it hard enough. Krong punt, that's disappointing. Be aggressive with it, putting uphill. What she would have liked for par at 13. Yeah, but nicely handled the long part.
우리만 버디 혼자 못 오고.
Chin. 9, 1 over par. We'll stay there. This downhill putt will move pretty rapidly. It goes right as it approaches the cup. That started on by a poor passage of play for Go Ji-won, the 3-time tour champion. Shin. Skips that one in past. Exercise a little care and caution with this. Gonna start at left edge. Safe par again. It's a little longer than it was on the previous green. time her putter saves her. Great couple of saves for Kim Min Byul, keeper the right side of par. Pick up, coming straight off the right, so tough to access this right hole location. Challenge that bunker if you want to direct line with the target. Doesn't quite skip all the way up onto the green, but it's a pretty decent leave. Send this one out a little right for Park Hyun Kyo. Gets it to grab. Look at this. Ooh, lovely try. It's just the importance of a good short game. You back yourself. You can be aggressive in certain situations because you know that you're You're pretty handy, pretty tidy around the greens, and that's the reason why that young lady has won 8 times on tour. Tee at 12, is elevated teeing ground, so that ball spends a little bit more time in the air, get a little extra carry. Going to get through this 12th and then try and create some chances for the last 6. That's the plan for these players. Pretty wide target though, hard to miss this fairway at 12. It's all about that second shot, demanding green complex. All 3 in the featured group safely down the fairway here at the par 4. Ahead on 14. Eyeing this one up. Pitches it a little short, but gets a nice kick forward. Another great birdie opportunity for the tie. Hyun Kyung tries to clean up for par, back on 13. Gust of wind just unsettling her, so stepping away, and don't blame her one bit. See the amount of movement in that part. Very nicely hold from Hyun Kyung. Left of this green, and there could be some problems. Bill has reached the 15th, and after struggling for par on the last few holes, she'd love to give herself a nice birdie look. 86 meters into the short par 4. Tosses it a little deep, and that putt's going to have a lot of movement in it. Face of Goji Won as she settles in over this second at 12. There's that low left-hand area I was talking about. See that rise, she's going to have to come up and over. That is not where you want to miss it. Start it right at that tower. Let the breeze push it back towards the target. beautiful shot. Really nicely executed. ENG. Hutchinson, excuse me, here on 14. The tee shot that ends up in the little donation circle will earn 500,000 won donation. 500,000 won worth of rice donated to a local charity. There you can just see the circle on the left-hand side of your screen. A wonderful initiative by the championship to give back to some underprivileged communities and people who need rice, which is such an important commodity in the Asian culture. The donation caps out at 30 million won this week, or 300 million won, which is a fantastic initiative. So let's see lots of drives in that donation circle. Skips a little, come on. Oh, just a little shy of it. Chance to pick up a little snack as well for the ladies. Dion is battling away at 3 over par. Pop that one up in the breeze a little, lost it right. No, she's too long. She's gone past the circle. What are you doing, Dion? Hit a 3-wood for goodness sakes. It's a lovely tee shot for Dion. I'm not sure I want to eat the entire bowl with rice while I'm trying to play some golf, but fair play to the championship for a wonderful charitable cause. For Krongpan, stalking that one in, gets back to 3 under par. What a round she's putting together this opening day. Swing from in-ball up and over the rise, and she better hope that putter's still cooperating, because it's going to have to bail her out again here at 15. At 12, land that shot. It's going to race away from there. So it's going to be tough to get that any closer. She played it really nicely. Great touch. can't save her this time, so another bogey. Puts her back to even par. Side. Gets you to compress the ball a little better, produces a better strike. And that is an excellent result for Park Hyun-kyung. Sounded a little thin, but the line's okay. Should come round a little left. Can just tell. Hyun-kyung compressing that a little. Ball gets to grab Jin-seon. A little thin on the strike. That first bounce just not quite as soft as what we saw from Park. Spot for Johnny Sung's going to have to come up and over that big shoulder. After flying it straight over the rice circle. Good shot there. If she can get it back to 1 over par, I think she'd consider this round a success after her tough start. The slope and hope for the best of you, Jin-young. Brilliant. Just like Park Hyun-kyung before her. An excellent birdie at 12 gets her back to 1 over par. Finally, the first birdie of the day, and it comes on the toughest hole at Suwon Country Club. Spot, so that's what can happen to you. There's that beautiful Mercedes-Benz up for grabs for the first person to make a hole-in-one on the 16th this week, and it's going to be a tough ask today, even though it's only 144 meters. Firm greens, tucked pin, and that breeze that has bothered players all day long. Kim Min-byul now on the tee and an even par after being 2 under through 11 holes. 3 on this back nine, and Im Jin Young fresh off her first birdie of the week. Sounded a little thin, lost that right, but it's going to be okay, although it looks like it's just nestled up against the collar of rough, so contact could be tricky in that spot. Now Dion for birdie. And on 14. This green with a hybrid for Chen Yi-sung. Very nice. Best shots we've seen into this par 3 today. Really good from a classy player. Having a brilliant opening round. Get better here at the short 15th. Keep it short of that back swale, and she's done that. Really good shot from the tie. Six iron. It's not a very well struck one. Nice birdie. Back at par 5 11. Hutchinson followed up with another here on 14. Just a little wide. So Hyun 2. Excellent shot that was in close before Krongpan's. This is who hit it. Great shot by you. Shouldn't do too much break-wise. Certainly don't think she's going to have to give the hole away from this point. Birdie, well done, Park Hyun-kyung. She's turned on the style since making the turn. Takes it to 2 under. I think they have to go through the back of the green at 16. Well played pitch. Didn't sound like clean contact, and very much in danger of now slipping over par for her round after looking at such fine control through 11. Really struggling today. Go Ji-won well off the target at 13. Trying to use the backstop. Yeah, here it comes. Clever little shot from Go there. Really nicely played. herself a chance to save par. Shaft of the club up a little, try and steepen up the attack angle so you ensure solid contact. Just like that! Brilliant, well done indeed. Im Jin Young, back-to-back birdies. She moves back to even par. Textbook shot there. Made sure she caught that cleanly. Sticking up against the fringe, read it well and jars it for a 2. Now Hyun Kyung, round 15. Stellar tee shot. Birdie look for Johnny Sun to try and take it back to even. Oh, scared the hole. Great try. Just a little tap in for Yu's birdie at the 15. Tailspin for her. She was having to work really, really hard. This for par, the par 3. A little too wide, and that's a 3rd drop shot. The last 4 holes. On the flip side of that coin is Crompo trying to get to within 1 of the lead with this birdie putt on the 15th. Respect the pace of that putt. It's a decent try. away for Han Jin Son at 50. Needs that to grab, and it does. Very dialed in. It's making the turn at 2 under par. Fancier chances from 100 meters. Just a fraction of the target. Still, it's a good look. Can Krompant keep this excellent run going? She's 2 back with 3 to play.
Shot.
Well-struck tee shot. She's given herself a great look. Dion just avoided a divot there on 15. Keeps those hands so nice and low at setup. Plenty of stopping power displayed beautifully there. Player in this group, Hong Jung-min. Park Hyun Kyung, both wearing yellow. Give me a break. A birdie chance here on 15. Back to go this time. She has been hugely impressive in these demanding conditions. Good afternoon. Paddling away nicely. So every chance of perhaps a 9th tour title come Sunday evening. She's going to be moving quite a bit from right to left for Han Jin Son. Not that much though. To 18 and A tough old day for Park Min-ji. Unfortunately, hasn't gotten any better. Dropped a couple more shots since making the turn, so back at 5 over. Two-time winner of this event. She is sponsored. Her main title sponsor is NH Investments and Securities, and you know she'd be desperate to be around for the final day come Sunday. Those 65 and ties will make the 36-hole cut tomorrow evening. Min-ji is going to have to produce a very special round of golf tomorrow morning if she is to be here for Championship Sunday. It's a 2-on, 2 over. Good. Just a little high. Well short of the green at 16 is where we find Hong Jong-min, but ample green with which to work. Really good touch from Hong. She'll be eyeing up the major championships this year. Excellent 2025 season has proven that she can contend for championships with the very best in the game. Oh, this looks like a uncomfortable looking spot for Jun Yi-sung at 14. In that fairway bunker, pine trees in front of her. Hit a big slinging cut. Trees. She just caught the front bunker. No tree trouble if you're in Jin Yong. Momentum squarely in her corner. Looking to attack. Ultimate hole, the par 5 17th, Kim Min-pyeol. It's okay, not her best, but hard to make bogey from there, Kim. Back at 16, birdie look for Krongpan. It was tracking, just ran out of steam. This 40th, now back at 2 over par. An excellent shot here at the par 4 and a chance to perhaps recover the shot. It's a brilliant tee shot into this par 3 for Yu So-yeon. Trying to make it back-to-back birdies. Wow, that turned hard at the cup. I thought that was tracking, and I think she did too. Trying to end off her day with a par, but that's still going to be a pretty ugly round of 77. And highly unlikely that a 20th career title is going to come this week for Park Min-ji. 6, the last of the 4 par 3s at Swan Country Club. 16th, plays a little uphill, 44 metres, and smack dab in the middle of this green today. Par 5 17th, and the player's got plenty of speed. But Charajuta Krongpan, confidence really gave that the full beans. Look at that, racing on down the hill, just into the right rough. So just tough to trace that wind sending out far enough to the right. It's also into the player's faces slightly, so anything slightly mishit comes up well short. Just poured through the breeze and ends up long through the back of the green. Bunker to bunker at 14 for Journey Sum. To the 16th and Hidayah. Like the wind fairly low hitter when she wants to. High up into the gust. She's calculated that very nicely. Excellent tee shot. Short 14. Why looks okay in that right rough? Just gonna have to cut it. Set it up and over the trees. Well done. Jiwa to claw one back. Going's just got a little tougher go. birdie at 17. You have to do it with a birdie on the last. Hyun-Kyung with a chance at the par 3 16th. It's always going to be tough to make that, but nice pace on that simple two-putt par will keep her within 3 shots. Sung battles the breeze and that swaying flagstick, trying to save par on 14. Oh, well done, Idai. Oh, that's a great birdie. That takes her back to +2. Chance here on the 17, just a little flick in. Get it to grab, get it to grab. Yes, well played. So a little bit of cleaning up to do for her part. Stay up. Well done.
마크 170짜리 130.
이동 잠시만요. 플레이하겠습니다.
So, 2 holes left to play for Idayon and company. They're on the par 5 17th. Min with this right to lefter. It's back to even par. Nice birdie. Pretty good tee shot for Parky and Jung, about as straight as it comes. Look at that, just 1 meter of side spin or curvature on that ball. Great control of the game right now. Thank you. One. Charajuta Krongpan. Not much movement in this, just got to hit it firm. Yes, brilliant birdie for Krongpan. Look at that scorecard. 6 birdies on the day, the par 4 18th to play, the 33-year-old Thai has plenty of reasons to smile. Outside chance of birdie at 15. Into the breeze. Shot does come downhill. The first bit of the equation found the fairway. Birdie in there today. Whoa. Love that aggressive move through the ball. Really gets on her left side very nicely. The rookie is certainly impressing and turning a lot of heads this Friday afternoon in Suwon.
수고하셨습니다.
The layup up ahead, fairway snakes around, but the third shot definitely does come uphill. Yourself a nice number for the third, but certainly keeping it in the fairway. tee shot down that second plateau leaves Anjin some this for her layup. Kim Min-yo on the 18th, pitching from the other green here, so got to run it through that fringe. And she's done a very nice job of that.
아유 제가 시셔 예. 제가 어지금 스팀밖에 안 나요.
third into the 17th for Park In-kyung, who's 2 under par and currently trails by 3 in the opening round of the NH Ladies Championship. That's nicely controlled for Park. She won't be able to see how close that is. That green sits above the level of the fairway, but she'll be delighted when she gets up there. Now to 18 and Lee Ga-young, big right to left swinger for her birdie. Pretty nicely judged for the 3-time Tour champion. So, left half of the fairway at 17, offering her a slightly better angle. Choosing us to club out there. Jew from just off the frontage of the green at the last. Spin that she creates often up slow to an elevated green. She can pretty much fly it all the way there. To back up nicely. Scrambling par save. It's been tough watching over these closing 7 holes for Kim Min-bill, dropping 4 shots after her birdie on 11. Look at that, 74 for Kim. Two for Lee Ga-young on that 2-putt par. For Big Mama and Sunju, just the lone birdie of her day, coming back at 10. Iseo, the player struggling. 4 over, this is her second. And it's not a very good one, because that is not where you want to be on this par 4. So, green at 17. Egg that one on, just pulls up a little shy, but good touch. Some kind of 6-iron from up here into the breeze, even though it does play downhill, it still wasn't enough. To the right. It'll be a simple two-putt par. It's also be difficult to try and give that one a run coming steeply downhill. Too many stuffed in close on this 18th hole. Looks like it's leaking a little right. Ooh, it's a big unlucky bounce. Finds the same trap that caught out Hong Jong-min. Better spot to be putting from than Idayon. Coming up the slope, doesn't have to worry about this getting away. Tried. Missed the putt. Finicky little one on the par 3 16th for Im Jin Young. Front trap. Much depends on the lie for Krongpan at the last. Oh dear, I think that's still in the bunker. That's a bit of a disaster. I mean, we saw the ball bounce in. I can't imagine it was plugged. Yeah, she took a big old gouge at it. Strange one for the tie. Delicate little chip for Lee Se-young on 15. The apex nicely. That should release on. That is about as good as you can do from that spot. Hopefully it's a much better lie for Hong Jong-min. Got a lot of ball there. What is going on in that front right bunker? I really wish we had a camera down there because it did not look like two basic bunker shots at all for these ladies. So for par at 16, Im Jin Young has done all the hard work to get back to even. Don't want to be giving away sloppy bogeys on par 3s. Yeah, that's good. Gutsy par. Die on the 18th tee. She's got gears, this lady. She can really turn on the speed when she needs it. Setting up, she's going to play a high cut, trying to hold it up against this right to left wind. Krongpan almost with an outrageous par save, but she'll have that for bogey. This one a little further right than Dion's, but should be fine. The 18th hole at Suwon Country Club, where all the action will culminate come Sunday afternoon. Over. That needs to get down, I think. Left rough does creep in a little bit. Takes a nice little kick out. Jump in after thinning that bunker shot out. Needs that one to settle. Nice way to end the day for Yu So-yeon too. For bogey and a round of 69. Jarajuta Krongpan. Again, there's plenty of concentration. You can understand why. Two top tens this season already, a fifth at the Im Financial Group Championship, an eighth last week at the demanding test that was Rainbow Hills. That's a hugely disappointing way to end what was otherwise a stellar day of golf for the 33-year-old. Still a 2 under par 70 in blustery conditions. Gave her that at the start of the day. She would have taken it. She'll go into the weekend in a share of 5th. Jung-min for her bogey. So 1 over par 73 for the player who really enjoyed a breakout season in 2025. These two will have each other's company for 18 more holes tomorrow morning, where conditions are hopefully going to be a little bit more scoreable for the pair of them. The trio, I should say. So Young too is trying to complete her round with a 74. This is for par. After a difficult front nine, comes home in a bogey-free 35 on her back nine. So 74 for her, 73 for Hong Jo-min, and a really good round of 70 for Krong Pan, who will be disappointed after that double bogey on her final hole, but still an excellent start to her championship. Back to 17th and Im Jin-young's third. We've seen that putt a couple of times before. That's going to be quick. Son further back than her two playing partners. Oh, and finds that problematic bunker just short of the green. Next up will be Lee Daeon. Green, just not the right one here on 18. She'll get free relief from there, of course. The best score posted in the afternoon wave, that was from the group in front with Krong Pan. Doesn't like it often after it quickly. It just comes up short. But from what we've seen, that is not a hard up and down whatsoever. So as play winds down, final look at the leaderboard. Choi Jung-won will take the lead into the weekend. Do join us for day 2 action from the NH Ladies. Same time, same place tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye for now.
나이스! 화이팅! 내일 선수들 위해서 박수! 아, 저,